Hey everybody, it's Drea Van Allen, and I'm here with a fifth lesson for you guys. Thanks to all the new subscribers. I really appreciate you guys wanting to learn from me. Um, let's see, I only had one question. It was if my harmonica necklace worked. It does, but he asked if I could play juke, and you can't because there's only 4 holes on this, and you need to do the 3/6 blow octave. So yeah, that answers that. Let's see. I have a lot of fun stuff for you guys today, and I'll just go ahead and dig right in. I'm going to start out with some basic blues beats, quarter notes, which is just your basic 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we're on a C harmonica as usual. But next lesson, I might be using a B flat or an A harmonica. Just so if you guys don't have it, maybe you want to go buy one. So the quarter notes, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. This is basically a basic beat. It's kind of as simple as it gets. And then I have eighth notes, which is a little bit different because you're going to be going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. So instead of counting 1, 2, 3, 4, you're going to go 1 and you're going to count the and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that is eighth note rhythm. And I'm just doing your basic train thing like I was showing you from the beginning, which is the G chord and then the blow, which is the C chord. So I'm starting on draw. So every foot tap, you're going to be going 1 and then 2 and 3 and 4 and. So every time you stomp your foot, you're going to do 2. You know, 1 and. Okay, so that's just a way. I just wanted to give you guys a little intro to the terminology and a little bit of music theory behind rhythm and basic blues rhythms. I actually, of course, drew out a little diagram for y'all, so I'll hold it up for you, and you're going to see on the top I have the basic blues beats, the quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I have the eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and in case you're not, and I don't remember if I said this, but I usually put a line over top of the chords for the blows just so it doesn't get confusing and you know they're all connected. Okay, so there's the difference between the two. All right. And let's see, what's next? What's really important to Sonny Terry, excuse me, I'm checking something, make sure this is going to be flipped the right way so you guys could actually read this. It's not a mirror image. So what's integral to Sonny Terry playing is going from a chord to a single note. This might be a little tricky if you are a beginner because you have to you're kind of, I actually have something to show you guys. I have the Joe Flisco tongue block trainer that I bought for my private students a long time ago, and I want to show you guys a single note and then a tongue slap single note and then show you what's going on with this chordal thing. So when I'm doing a 2-hole draw, lip pursed, it is going to look like this. And excuse me, I've never done this on the camera, so I hope this is okay. See my mouse open? But now I'm gonna act like I'm gonna do the 2-hole draw. So This is really funny. So that's basically what's going on with the pucker and with the. You notice I was just showing you exaggerated, but that's actually what's going on with the chord to the 2-hole draw or any other note that you're drawing on and blowing on. So that's that. Let me see. Let me try to do a 4-hole draw. You see a little better. So I can't feel it as much on here, but I think that it's coming through okay. And I promise I'm going to show you guys both lip pursing and tongue blocking, because that's what I do and most players do. So well, actually a lot of blues players, like Chicago style blues, play almost all, like 99% tongue blocking. So yeah, I think it's really important to learn tongue blocking. Otherwise you can't do cool effects like, that's the flutter and octaves, and then there's even higher ones. And tongue block flutters. It's really cool. And then slapping and pull. So you guys want that sound, right? And it makes your amplified playing sound a lot. You get a better tone. You'll always hear people saying, "Oh, that tone, that tone." That's usually because they're tongue blocking, and they usually have big hands, so they can cover up the side. I can't get as good of a tone as people with big hands because I have small hands and it's kind of impossible. So now let's do the tongue block single note. I'm going to do the 2-hole draw and then the 4-hole just like I did with the lip pursing. So that's what we're going for. You notice how it's kind of the corner of my mouth. Let's see, for the 4-hole draw. My tongue is covering all of the bottom 3 holes. And that's pretty much all it is for that. And then when you go up, it looks a little different. So let me pretend I'm going to the 5. So I'm going to do the same thing, 4 to 5. It's like, this is kind of a hard thing to learn at first. You could actually buy these, I think so, you could a couple years ago, on Joe Flisker's website. It's called the Tongue Block Trainer, and I think it was $20 when I got it. And yeah, I used it for teaching, but if I would have known about this when I was actually learning how to get a single note and everything, I probably would have bought one of these. So yeah, that is the gist of that. Oh yeah, I have to keep this open to show you what I started talking about. So now we're going to go from a chord, the G chord, which is draw, and I'm doing 1, 2, 3 to the 2 draw. I just did the, because that's the beginning of Long Way From Home, which drew a lot of you guys to me. So that's integral to Sonny Terry. Have a little bit of bend in there, but still kind of the same concept, really sped up though with a lot of rhythm. And you kind of like a fish. So let me show you guys again. Okay, so, and I have tab for this. I'm going to show you guys right after I show you the other 2 examples. And now this one even will trip me up if I'm not thinking about it right away. We're going to go from the G chord, 1, 2, 3 draw, to 2 blow. So we were doing that, the G chord to the 2 draw. So now we're going to go. And you could tell how this could get really rhythmic and make your trains a lot cooler, and then you could start doing different rhythms like so now we are actually, it looks the same for the 2 blow, but you could hear me blowing. And then drop. So you're kind of like doing this weird, like if you see goldfish, like. So now I'm going to have you guys go from a draw G. I started with the chord to the 2 draw, and then I had you go from the chord to the blow. Now we're going to alternate them, starting on 2 draw. I'll go like this to show draw and this for blow. So you could see how this could really turn into a really awesome thing that's very much Sonny Terry-esque, and it'll start getting you there, especially when you start adding your bends. So I have this tabbed out for you guys. Yeah, if you have any questions about how I do my tab, that's in previous lessons. So here we go. And it's in the same order that I presented it to you. Sorry. Hopefully this turns out okay again. I've done a lot of tutorials. Okay. Okay, so let's go to the next thing. What you can do to make this even cooler is you could add things that they call them like mnemonic devices. Mnemonic devices. You could say to, do, tat, or cat. So when you're hitting, you could say to, or just in your head say it, and it'll kind of give you a different effect. Or in your chords too. And tat and cat's kind of the same effect. So here's 2. And do kind of is the same thing. It's whatever you kind of want. Do. And I'm kind of doing the same thing with the chord to the single note, but a lot faster. And then tat and cat is going to sound a lot different. And you might want to say these things before. That helps me when I was learning, and it still does if I'm getting tripped up. So here's tat and cat. That was tat, now cat. So you could add that to your rhythm train, or whatever you're going to do with this rhythm. And speaking of trains, I have another train rhythm for you guys. It's a lot more interesting than the last ones. Again with the mnemonic devices. Sorry, it's really dry here. Always, when I play, I always take a drink of water, lick my harmonica, and usually take another drink, lick it again, and then I'm ready to play my song. You always want to have water. I don't know, maybe it'll be different when I go other places besides Colorado. I'll have to deal with my overproduction of saliva maybe because I got used to being so dry. But this you say like ducka nucka. ducka-nucka-nuck, ducka-nucka, ducka-nucka, ducka-nuck. It's kind of a tongue twister, but when you get it, you get it. They used to call harmonica players are like the original beatboxers, so we have to get good at tongue twisters and our mouth bouncing around and our tongue hitting the top of the roof of our mouth. So say this one before. You can hear it's going to sound like a train. And then you can go fast. It's really cool, and I really like this train a lot. I have a bunch of different trains. I like to mix them up, and now you can too. But there's one more. This one is kind of like ah, blow, blow, a. And the reason I say that, I tabbed it out in a very weird way. Your ah and the a are going to be on your draws. That's why I say blow, blow for the other ones. So it's ah, blow, blow, a. And you just keep repeating it. And I put the numbers in case you guys forgot which chords. And you could do this anywhere. It's your train. Lots of people do 1, 2, 3, 4 instead of just 1, 2, 3, but I like to do 1, 2, 3. So this is what it sounds like. Let me do it slower. I'm sorry. So here it is very slow. And yeah, you can use your hands. I'll show you guys more about hand techniques later. And I'll do the duck and nucker slower because I didn't do that example. So it's duck and nucker, duck and nucker. You can kind of think about it like a locomotive going down the tracks, and you can go faster, build up speed, just like it's starting just from the station. So yeah, there you go. And then of course you add your train whistle. Let's do the ah, blow, blow, a one again. And 3/4 also 3/4 draw also works very well for a train whistle. Maybe even better, depending on what kind of train. I always teach this to my students, which are mostly my private students are mostly kids because I work at Harmony Music House in Boulder for the time being, and because I'm about to go head out on a little busking tour and moving out of here, and I don't know where I'm gonna end up. Probably not back up in Netherlands, maybe back in Boulder, I don't know. Maybe back where I'm from, California, maybe somewhere completely different. I'm going to go check out a lot of places. But the kids always are like, well, you know, I'm going to put the whistle up at 6, 7. I'm like, okay, let's try it. And then like they like to test me. So and you're like, oh yeah, that doesn't sound good. I'm like, yeah, because they'll have me show them first. So they always like the 3/4 and 4/5, and I think most people do. And another thing with trains, I'm just going to bust out another harmonica real quick. They sound better on the lower harmonicas. So I'm going to show you on a low F compared to a regular F. Okay, so my lowest F to my highest F. I have an F sharp too, so it's a little bit higher, but you definitely wouldn't want to do a train there. That would be like a crazy train. Unless you're me, you might want to do that. So here it is on low F. Okay, I'm gonna do the same exact thing. This is the ah, blow, blow, a train, but on the high F. So, I don't know. I think that the lower ones sound better. So maybe you do too. Okay. Oh yeah, and I wrote out the thing with the mnemonic devices, and I drew a horrible picture. I'm sorry, I don't know what got into me when I did this. That's why. Sometimes I like to draw things, and this didn't work out very well. So that's what we were saying. Oh my gosh. It's a ridiculous drawing. Sorry. Okay. And yeah, I was going to do more for you guys, but it looks like we're already at over 20 minutes, and it takes a long time to load the videos that way. So I will be back with more of what I was going to teach. I was going to add on to the blues, so next week I'm going to be showing you a beginning Little Walter lick and just some really cool licks, and to kind of play off of the I'm a Man thing. And I think I'm going to start showing you guys, I'm going to introduce you guys to the 12-bar blues form. I'll have it all drawn out, of course. And I think I might start talking to you guys about getting your first bend, because it's really important to what we're doing. And there's only so far I can go with all this beginning licks. So yeah, and just to recap on, I don't remember if I just did the 4 draw. That's basically what you're doing with tongue blocking. You might want to really practice that if you haven't got it down. I remember when I was beginning, I was totally a lip purser, completely. And I would get a little perturbed at hearing people say, like, you're not a real harmonica player, not a blues harmonica player unless you do tongue blocking. So, I don't know, I could be stubborn sometimes, and I was like, no, I'm going to do it this way because, I'm going to do it my way because that's what you're supposed to do. You want to be a unique, creative person. But then I found out that, you can't. Oh, that's a bad example. Here's a C. Like I showed you at the beginning, you cannot play the blues properly at all. And yeah, it's very important. And now I would say I'd probably do about 25% tongue blocking and the rest lip pursing. I also do all of my bends on lip pursing, all of them, except for overbends, which you have to take apart your harmonica and tweak. I plan to get into that eventually, once I stop cutting my fingers. And the covers have been cutting my fingers. And I also do all of my bends also tongue blocked. I usually will practice, when I practice them, I'll do my bends lip pursed, and then I'll go through and do the same bends again, tongue blocked. So I do them all except for the 1 draw and 10 for the tongue blocked. Even the 8 and 9 bends I can do it both ways. So that's really cool, because then you can start getting into slap bends and bend slaps, and yeah, it's a lot of fun, very exciting. So work on your tongue blocking if you're not already doing it, and work on the chord to the 2 draw and the 2 blow, and then alternating that. And I'll catch up with you guys later, and wish me luck on Sunday. I am doing a blues competition, and I should be practicing right now, but I decided to do this. Kind of, sometimes you practice the same songs all the time, and like I said in the last lesson, you keep motivation, and this is fun. And I want to get something out for you guys since I got a bunch of new subscribers. So thanks a lot, you guys. It's been awesome. And yeah, I look forward to the next lesson and hearing from some feedback and stuff. Everyone's been really great. All right. Thank you. Bye.